My name is Brett Forney, and I want to talk a little bit about the economic boycott. I'm here as a coordinating member of the West Dayton Local Organizing Committee. This committee is for the Million Man March that went to Washington, D.C. on 10/10/15 in the demand for justice, or else for some of the ills that we've been seeing in the society. So I wanted to address a little bit about the economic boycott and why that is so important right now. As of right now, today, November 30th, the numbers that we're getting from Time Magazine reported by ShopperTrack that Black Friday sales were down $1.2 billion. Now that is due to the efforts that we have put forth as a total community in dealing with this blackout. Now some may say, why a boycott, why a blackout? What we have to understand is that money is used against our community as a weapon. It has always been that way. Since we were put in a captive position in this country, after the Civil War, a system was instituted known as sharecropping. Okay, so basically sharecropping means that you go to a landowner and he says to you, you can grow food on my land. By the end of the harvest season, you're going to bring me that food, and we'll see if that pays for you using my land, and you can have a little bit left over for your family. Of course, at the end of the season, there's nothing left over for your family, hardly, and you haven't paid the landowner enough. So now you're in debt. So basically what you have is a big check cashing scheme going on. So we were indoctrinated into this way of life economically. And this is one of the things that caused many of our ancestors and our grandmothers and grandfathers to migrate north to leave these conditions. So basically we were in a position where money was used against us, and we have not been allowed to build that economy for ourselves. We know the example of Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Over 3,000 black people were massacred in Tulsa, Oklahoma for doing nothing but doing a dignified thing and building for themselves, recycling their dollars, and trying to use all their creative genius. So why is the blackout important? If money is so important to others, or so important as they don't want to see us to have the money or to have that collective economic strength, that tells you something right there. Recently, the Missouri football team went on strike. I believe it was 35 players went on strike. How huge is that for the sports and entertainment industry? How huge is that? How much does that affect when you're talking about stadium fees and whatnot? And in light of all the killings that's going on across this country, and we have legislatures and people who sit in different political positions who are elected officials who don't address these things, why should the athletes continue to play under these conditions when the people from their neighborhoods and communities are suffering and they don't have a voice? I find it very strange that we can suspend an entire football team from the playoff season or from the bowl season, and they risk losing millions of dollars in revenue because a player got a t-shirt, he signed an autograph, someone gave him $20. We demonize the students, we want to demonize the program, they can't play. So if it will go that far over a t-shirt where you would take out a whole football team, why not go a step further than for the loss of life? That's happening right now. And see, and that's what these players in Missouri are saying right now. So what I'm trying to paint the picture of is that we are capital. Black people have been put in a position where our labor, our talent is feeding a machine, and we aren't getting that reciprocal relationship back to our communities where the dollar is coming back. And seeing that has to change drastically, because these corporations that put their influence into lobbying and different things like that in Washington, D.C., they're also getting our dollar at the same time. And so they should be a voice for us when we need to have a voice, if we're going to be supporting that. And if not, then we need to pull our money back. So we really have to rethink what we're doing with our dollars in a new and a stronger way.